Hello, this is Linda Morris, and I am a Nikken self-care advocate. I have been for about 20 years. And I love sharing different information about Nikken products. A lot of it is just some research. A lot of it is actually what I find on Nikken's website. But other stuff is just things that I've learned over the years. So that's part of what I'm going to be sharing today. I don't represent Nikken as based on giving you information. I'm not a scientist. But I'm very inquisitive and I like to know, and then I like to share. So today I am actually going to be sharing some of the information that I have from Nikken to start. I'm going to share my screen right now and close all these little things that have popped up. Cancel. And get right into Nikken's technology, far-infrared. Actually, I have a PowerPoint. I'm going to start with that first because it lays some of the groundwork of what is far-infrared, because I didn't know 20 years ago. I didn't know it was one of the healthiest rays of the sun and so vital to helping us feel better. NASA has been using it in the space program for a long, long time. And let's just talk about it. So this is actually one of Nikken's PowerPoints, but it's the far-infrared technology and the key features. All Nikken Kinkotherm products and Kinko comforters use a balanced combination of reflection, Kinkotherm fibers, insulation, energy retention, breathability, permits escape of excess heat. So far-infrared technology reflection. Ceramic reflective fibers absorb energy from the body as well as the room and echo it back in the form of far-infrared energy. Although activated by a variety of energy types, the Kinkotherm fibers only give off far-infrared light, also called deep heat. Each ceramic reflective fiber acts like a teeny sponge. When it has absorbed its energy storing limit, far-infrared warmth is released in a steady, controlled way. So an example, just to show you, this is one of our comforters. This is the Dream Comforter, and it's made of a ceramic fiber, a bioceramic fiber. So each fiber fills with our body heat until it's full, and it's going to reflect back that body heat, but as far infrared, which is soothing. It helps with comfort. This truly is a comforting comforter. It's not just something to throw on the bed. This actually is very, very comforting, and you will not understand this until you experience it. And the amazing thing, this technology is so well made that the one on my bed is over 10 years old. They tell you they tell you to dry clean only, but I have the Dream Light, which is the lighter weight because I do live in Florida, so it's thinner. So I personally wash mine probably every 6 weeks, cold water, liquid detergent, gentle cycle, and I hang it up to dry because it does have the magnetics in it, and if you put them in the dryer, that starts to move around, so that's not what you want. But I also spot clean mine with hydrogen peroxide and a cotton ball. Don't take that as exactly what you should do. It's just what I've done. So, but it's so comforting. And I'm going to just show you some of the different. This is the travel comforter. We also now have the cocoon, which comes up as a sleeping bag. And it's so fuzzy and furry on the inside, actually. It's just a wonderful technology. And that is why I wanted to talk about it, because whenever I go out of town, this is one thing that I never travel without is my far-infrared comforter. Whether it's, if there's one person, it's just me going somewhere, I take the twin size. If there's two people, I take the queen size. On my own bed, I have the king size. But I figure I can get away with traveling with the queen size. But once you experience it, in fact, if you don't have a sleep system, and you want to get started with something, start with the comforter. And yes, get the one that fits your bed because you're going to have it for years and years. And the pricing is just extraordinary. You might think, oh, that's expensive. Well, you know what? Everything's expensive until you experience it. And then suddenly it becomes priceless and you do not want to live without it. It's just so comforting. It makes you feel better. It regulates your temperature so you're not hot or cold or achy or stiff. And it is so, so vital for our long-term health. So if you haven't tried it, get it. Just take my word, do it. I have not had anybody not like the comforter. I personally like the lighter weight, the Dream Light. Yes, it's $10 more, but you know what? You can use it year round. So I live in Florida. It's hot here year round, right? I have the heavier weight. I use that 1 month out of the year. Even people up north in this are really, really, really cold all the time, including the summer. Get the Dream Light because you can always put other blankets and things on top to trap more heat, but you can't take it out of the heavier weight. So that's just my little insight for you. That's my tip for the day. So far-infrared technology. Insulation, known to many homeowners as R value, helps prevent the loss of heat. Kinkotherm products use natural and man-made fibers to insulate. The amount of passive insulation is decided by the utility of the product, such as the Kinkotherm Winter, or actually that's the Dream Weight, has more filling or insulating material than the Summer Comforter, which is known as the Dream Light. Even my mom, I'm like, get the lightweight because I want you to sleep under it year round, not just in the winter. Breathability. Excess energy and perspiration must be allowed to escape into the atmosphere. By designing products with the correct degree of breathability, they are able to respond appropriately to the body's need. Example, when the fibers above a person's hot spot, such as the underarm, have absorbed all the energy they can, the breathable nature of the comforter permits the excess heat to pass through to the room. That's also why you want to use sheets that are not a super high thread count, because the higher the thread count, the less breathability it has. So generally they always recommend you want a thread count of like 200. You don't want to get up to thousands. You definitely don't want to use silk because that completely traps the heat. And you might get hot, which that's part of the whole reason is to not be hot. I think I have threads that might be 400 or 500 and they still work just great for me. But that's just something to be aware of. Each product has been designed to balance the contributions of each of the three key features. The degree of insulation that is necessary determines the amount of ceramic reflective fibers incorporated in the product. By understanding the requirements of each product, Nikken has carefully balanced the effects of reflection, insulation, and breathability. So this is also our Kinkotherm. This is actually the ankle wrap, but a lot of people like to put it on their hand if they have a wrist injury or they have achy, stiff fingers. They can just put it on and wear it, and then they can still type and drive. Far-infrared technology. Well, that went by fast. Let's go back. I guess there's not a lot to see there. But when we look at the light spectrum, you can see infrared is there on the bottom. Above it, at the very top is ultraviolet. The visible light is in the middle. The infrared is on the bottom. There are actually 3 different types of infrared. There is near infrared, far infrared, and mid infrared. So near infrared is where you get a sunburn outside. It's also how they keep your food hot in a restaurant, and it can burn you. So if there's a technology out there, you know, some saunas that are on the market actually are just infrared. You want the ones that are 100% pure far infrared, then there's no time limit on how long you can use it. It's a safety thing. Near infrared is how the remote controls work to your devices, to your TV. Far infrared is the healthiest ray of that light spectrum, and it can regulate so you're not hot or cold or achy or stiff, because Nikken they're the scientists. They have figured out how to use it, and we've been using it for 20 years, so we know what we're doing. So how Kinkotherm and Kinko comforters work. So as you can look on this slide, you can see the human body, and the human body puts off heat, but it also absorbs heat and light. And in between is the comforter. So it's, that's, you know, here's the magnified bioceramic fiber that you may have heard of, otherwise known as the Kinkotherm fibers. The Nikken products with far-infrared technology, we have the Kinko Dream and the Dream Light Comforter, which this is actually the Dream Weight. It's a little thicker than the Dream Light, and it's comforting. the Kinko Travel Comforter, it zips or actually just rolls into that nice little bundle that you can easily pack with you, take with you on the airplane. I have mine on the couch a lot. Sometimes if I'm going outside somewhere, I'll take this with me because it's also machine washable, which is very convenient. They showed you we have the wraps for all the different joints of the body, including the headband. We also have the socks. I just spoke to a woman yesterday that she felt the ankle wrap was too tight for her, and I said, why don't we get you the socks? And that way you don't have the hole for your foot, your heel, or we could even use the elbow wrap. But she's like, yeah, the socks, that sounds like a great idea. And I have some people, they order like 10 pairs of socks. They just love, love, love them. Let's see, a lot, all of our wraps, actually all of our magnets now include far-infrared technology. So I'm going to go to a quick reference sheet, and let's just go with the comforter and talk more about that. This is right from Nikken's document library. It's called a quick reference sheet, or a QRS. A number of features that promote better sleep. That's the whole idea. Sleep is the only place the body repairs, and if you are not getting into deep quality sleep, your body isn't able to do its job, which is to heal and repair itself. That's why this comforter is so vitally important. I've been here in Florida where the air conditioner has gone out in my house. In fact, I'm getting a new air conditioner today. And they told me I may not have air tonight. Well, it might be 90 degrees in this house. Well, I've had experience over the last 20 years. If I get into bed, turn my ceiling fan on, get under my comforter, I might be hot for about 10 minutes. But then it's going to regulate my temperature, and I will get to sleep as long as I have even my arms under the comforter, and I'll be able to sleep. So I could go to a friend's house, but, I love my bed and I love my technology, and I will be just great because it's amazing how it can do that. It also works in the cold climates. My mom lives in Iowa where it gets really cold in the winter and actually really hot in the summer. And she sleeps under the comforter, and it's amazed her because she used to have flannel sheets and flannel pajamas, and now she can just sleep under a sheet and her comforter and be comfortable, and just helps you get into that deep, happy sleep. Let's see, a number of features that promote better sleep. The same advanced technology is in Kinko sleep systems. That includes our mattress topper and also the pillow. It all works together. Used with the mattress pad or the pillow, well, I just said that. Temperature regulation that keeps you warm or cool. A choice of weights and features. Includes these technologies. Far-infrared technology absorbs energy, reflects it as far infrared, and once again, it regulates your temperature. So you may have heard about this type of ceramic, actually, tiles that surround the space shuttles. They were there to reflect back the heat, so when the space shuttle re-entered the atmosphere, it wouldn't burn up. Well, Nikken took that type of technology, that NASA technology, and they wove it into the bioceramic fiber. So that's why it works so well. But more important than that, it's also helping reduce that achiness and stiffness in your body. I call it inflammation, right? Irritability, too. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing technology. Magnetic technology completes the cocoon of magnetism surrounding you. So there's the Nikken magnetics are spread throughout the comforter. Ionic comfort technology adds refreshing negative ions for relaxation. And those are actually created with pink and green tourmaline, which is a gem. Comforter features and benefits. Far-infrared technology provides gentle, breathable warmth regulated by ambient and body temperature. Magnetic technology surrounds you in a cocoon of magnetism. A breathable outer cover provides ventilation, releases excess heat to keep you comfortable. Keto cotton contains chitosan to help fibers retain a clean and fresh smell, which is opposed to a bad smell. So that's the beauty of keto cotton. Keeps you smelling good. Ionic comfort technology releases negative ions like those found in soothing, relaxing forest air. Choices of weights. Select the ideal weight for your range, temperature, and weather. Attractive top cover, elegant style, and fine fabric equal to inexpensive comforter or duvet. And Nikken now has the pillow shams. So it's the same technology. It doesn't have the magnetics because our pillows have the magnetics, but it has the same far infrared and negative ion cover that matches the comforter, which is just outstanding. So once again, that pillow sham is actually helping to make you be less achy and stiff. How's that sound? The facts: Nikken comforters combine advanced technology to promote better sleep and relaxation. Quality sleep is one of the most important steps towards good health. Nikken Kinko technology can help you sleep more comfortably. When used with the Nikken Kinko Sleep System mattress or mattress topper, the Kinko Dream Comforter or Dream Light Comforter, my favorite, completes the cocoon of magnetism to surround the sleeper in a magnetic field, replacing the conditions that human beings enjoy in a natural sleep environment. That reminds me, I had a friend that actually both of their parents went through cancer, and they really, really, really wanted to prevent it. So they were taking a lot of steps to do that with, drinking the right water, taking some really healthy nutrition. And they actually took the, I think it was the twin or queen size comforter, and put it under the fitted sheet on their bed. So they were actually sandwiching themselves in the technology above and below, and then they had the comforter on top. So a comforter below and a comforter on top. And it's all about prevention, right? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and that is so true. In all Nikken comforters, far-infrared ceramic reflecting fibers provide soft, natural warmth. Staying comfortable, not too cold or hot, can help you sleep better. The ionic comfort technology in the Kinko Dream Comforter and Kinko Dream Light Comforter is inspired by the air found in natural settings. Large amounts of negative ions are present in the air in forests and near waterfalls, an atmosphere noted for its relaxing and invigorating qualities. Keto cotton fibers are woven to incorporate chitosan, an all-natural substance that can help keep bedding smelling clean and fresh. Choose the weight you prefer. The Kinko Dream Comforter is designed for all season use. For those who live in warmer climates or prefer a lighter covering and to use year-round, the Kinko Dream Light Comforter includes the same features in a lighter weight design. Quick sharing tip: ask someone if they like to enjoy relaxing, refreshing sleep wherever they go. Let them try wrapping up in a Nikken comforter and point out the gentle warmth from Far-Infrared Technology. The breathable cover, the strategically placed magnets, all features that make this far superior to any ordinary blanket. And it comes in twin, with a full queen, and the king size. So and let me just pop over here to the Kinko Therm Travel Comforter. A lot of the same technologies, but there is no magnetics in this. So some people that might have a heart defibrillator or some of those electronic devices, a lot of them have a 6-inch rule that you need to keep magnets that look at least 6 inches away, like a pacemaker. Defibrillator is more sensitive. So Nikken came up with a solution for individuals that have those electronic devices that were concerned about it. And this travel pad, which will cover the top of a twin, just the top of a twin size, you could even sew 2 of them together, and then you would have you would have a queen, actually. I guess if you did 3, then it would be a king, pretty much. But it's long enough. This is the perfect size when it's unfolded. I'm 5'7", and it totally covers me from here, and I can tuck it in under my toes, especially if I'm using it like on the couch, or if it's on a bed, it'll cover the entire top of the mattress. So it's perfect for travel. So you can either sleep on it or you can sleep under it. In fact, I remember being in New Jersey several years ago, and staying at a friend's house, and I was cold. And I was sleeping on top of the travel comforter, and halfway through the night, I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. And I just crawled under the comforter, the travel pad, and within minutes, I was comfortable. And I was so grateful to have this technology. In fact, up in North Country areas where it's cold, keeping one in your car, inside the cabin of your car in the winter. So should there be an ice storm and should you find yourself a little bit stranded, you can wrap up into this. It's going to use your own body heat, and it's going to keep you safe. So, and oh man, and it also helps. I remember somebody that went into serious shock, and she used it as a not going into shock blanket, whereas the traditional ones weren't working. But this just calms you down. You just have to try it. Let's see, lightweight. It's once again personal side with the elastic closures. It helps you to sleep better, breathable, 100% cotton cover, and it is washable. And I have dried this one too. I don't like to dry much because I feel it does damage the clothing, but I've actually washed and dried this many times. Let's see. Yeah, it's great at sporting events outside. You can even use it as a pillow or a cushion. It's very soft and smooth. Let's see if there's anything I didn't read about it before. Kinko Travel Comforter successfully incorporates the high-tech material in a portable article that makes restful sleep possible even when on the road because it folds easily and quickly into a compact package. The travel comforter is the next best thing to have in a Kinko sleep system while away from home. And yeah, the elastic bands will not snag or tear material. That's really important because it doesn't have a zipper. That's nice. As many as 100 million people in the United States alone experience sleep problems. Poor sleep can harm your health in many ways. It is known to contribute to stress, fatigue, emotional difficulties, and physical problems, including weight gain. Improving your chances for better sleep is worth doing, and with the travel comforter, you do not have to go without good sleep. No matter where you are, or use it as a warm blanket, or throw it at an outdoor concert, sporting event, or other occasion. You know, in the winter here, when I'm using my Dream Light, excuse me, sometimes if it's just a little cooler, I'll actually go get to the travel comforter and just throw it on top of my Dream Light in the winter, and it's perfect. The Cocoon, the Kinko Therm Cocoon Comforter and Sleeping Bag. So this is the same technology. And it has a zipper, so you can have it be a sleeping bag, but if you unzip it, it's like a queen size. And it's very comforting. As you can see on the inside, it has more of a fuzzy feel, which I wasn't sure how I'd feel about that, but it is so cozy and comfortable. On the outside, it feels like a nylon. But once again, that's very comfortable. For sleep, warmth, and relaxation, the Kinko Therm Cocoon offers Nikken tri-phase technology and compact convenience. Open it up and you have a queen-size bed comforter, a travel blanket, or wrap for outdoor activities. Zip it closed for a snug sleeping bag. The Kinko Therm Cocoon is a portable expression of the unparalleled Kinko sleep experience only from Nikken. And I happen to have mine right here. It has a nice carry handle on it. And I took this to a friend's house. I was spending the night out of town, and she's like, oh, my daughter's bed's all set up for you. And I just I had a duffel bag, and I had my cocoon in it, and I brought my own pillow and my sleep mask. And I just laid it on top of her bed. And I was so comfortable. She's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. And I thought I wouldn't want to have it zipped up. I thought it might make me too warm, but actually I loved having it zipped up. I was quite happy with how great it made me feel. So let's see, durable long wearing microfiber shell and filler, heavy duty, no rust nylon YKK zipper. And it rolls up quite nice. Let's see, temperature comfort rating, low temperature of 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius. And machine wash, air dry. So another beautiful product. So I'm going to stop sharing right now. And is there anybody on that would like to just share how much you love your comforter before we wrap up this this call? Just unmute yourself.
Hi, Linda. It's Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Well, I truly do love the comforters, but one part for me is I needed to know, or I needed to understand how it works. So when I was first introduced to the Far-Infrared, I was visiting with a friend of mine who is a gemologist, and he's a miner. And as I mentioned, I live here in Maine, and Maine is one of the sources of tourmaline. And he told me that he gets orders from the Department of Defense that they request a certain quality of tourmaline, and the Navy uses the tourmaline in their submarines. It helps with the attitude or the mental health of the sailors. And hearing that from this miner who goes out with a pick and goes to his mine and mines tourmaline, that to me was very confirming and comforting for me to hear that information from him.
That, I'm so glad you shared that. So that must be the happy mine, right? They're all surrounded by tourmaline.
That's it.
That's it. I remember reading in one of the Nikken brochures about how ours contains pink and green tourmaline, which helps balance the male-female energy, which I thought that was very unusual for Nikken to actually provide that in the literature. But yeah, uplifting and calming, and cool. I might have you do a call on tourmaline, Gary.
Hey, Linda, this is Barbara. I just want to underline how beneficial it is for those that have are in the hospital or having had surgery, because it's so soothing for the body. It's so comforting, and I don't know why they make the places so freezing and chilled, and you end up, catching a cold if you're not, careful in the hospital. So for me, it was just so amazingly soothing, especially after surgery. I made it's from our long johns, but I made a little house coat from the long johns and just wore it after surgery. And I kept it on for probably 4 or 5 days before I'd let anybody take it off to wash it, because it was just so yummy and so soothing. I just wanted to underline that.
You didn't want to be without it. Yeah, that's the Kinkle Thurng long johns, and that was the shirts. I remember you even cut off, I think, the sleeves, made them shorter, and you actually cut the front so it'd be easy to get off and on and put Velcro on. And
yeah, I made it like a little house coat. So
I found that brilliant, actually.
Pretty phenomenal. I think people can drape it over casts. You can do the sock on the foot, like you said. That's amazing, especially for people that have There's so many joints and areas of the feet that can get injured. So the sock is very soothing, and you can sleep with it and just think about repairing all night long with that on. Then you don't have to have the sock on during the day.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I remember a woman that had a broken leg, so she had a big cast on, and she took the long johns and pulled it over that leg so she could go out. It was the summer and the sun, and she'd have that leg covered because that one was the one she didn't want to get hot and sweaty, just to help prevent it getting hot, which most people think, you're wearing long underwear in Florida. What are you, cold-blooded? But they're not understanding. It's so soothing and helps relax and helps with that discomfort. And it's just so comforting. Here in Florida, there's a lot of nights out of a week, year round, that I wear the far-infrared long john top. I might turn down the temperature of my house 2 degrees so I can sleep in, as you said, that yummy technology. So thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Well, I will.
Heather, I so agree with you, girl.
Go ahead, Heather.
I have, tonight it was 57 here or something like that. And I was so glad to be able to wear my far-infrared underwear. I still have them on. And I remember the first month that I came out of paralysis when I got my Nikken Technologies, I had a comforter that I would cocoon myself in 24/7. Because I really couldn't move very much. So I would just wrap myself in I got a queen size or maybe even a king size, because I wanted it for the whole family after. And I was kind of sorry I got that because it was so heavy for me to carry, because I couldn't really carry much at the time. I couldn't carry a cup of coffee. So a comforter was really heavy, but I just left it on my bed, and that's where I would stay for sometimes 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours. And it was just a godsend. It helped me to sleep. I wasn't sleeping. I had fibromyalgia. I had inflammation like crazy, like agonizing. I was swollen and in excruciating agony. So I just thank God for our Nikken technology.
It's pretty priceless.
Yeah.
If that was the last comforter on earth, Heather, how much could I buy it from you for?
Mm-mm. Not happening.
$1,000?
Nope.
10,000? Let's go.
She might let you sleep with her.
You might be able to buy it for that, because then I could go buy a whole bunch for a whole bunch of people.
Ah, no, it's the last one on earth.
If it's the last one on earth, she'd let you sleep with her, maybe.
Well, she lives in New York.
Yeah, of course.
I live in Florida. That's not going to be happening every night. So
I think that I wanted to underline the yumminess. The yumminess is also with the inflammation, although we don't make medical claims at all.
none,
It just brings,
none.
None at all. But for me, my inflammation went down.
Yeah, mine did
That
too.
makes a big difference on everything. So if you can bring energy to the area and let, there's
Good energy.
yeah, good energy and dump toxins, then you're just going to feel so much better. And that's really what.
There has to be something to it that we would sleep in long underwear shirts 3 to 4, 5 nights a week. Barbara's got hers on now, year round. It's not, people just don't get it. And I know Charlie wants to talk. I see you. Go ahead.
Don't forget the values of the far infrared for sunburns.
Oh.
I remember when I think it was a friend of ours that came and visited us in Florida and had a severe sunburn. And they were putting all types of cream on, and I suggested that they put on the far infrared long underwear. We had just received it. And they said, no, we're not, I'm too warm as it is. And I said, well, just try it to see how it works out. And they had the best night's sleep. It took the heat out of it. And the next day, they were almost livable. The day before, they were suffering so badly. So for sunburns, it is a great product of far infrared.
It is just getting under that comforter and covering up as much as you can go. It's amazing. Thank you, Charlie. And of course, the Kinkotherm Long Johns. Yeah, the wraps. If you burn yourself, put a wrap on with the power chip magnet right over that area, and all types of different wounds. It just helps your body do its job, which is.
Don't forget our four-leggeds.
Our four-leggeds, yeah. So we have it in the pet pad. The pet pads, which can be turned into children pads. Yeah, and they're washable. That's why actually getting ready for the call, I had the travel pad on the floor and the little comforter and the cocoon, and my cat immediately within 30 seconds was laying on it. Ooh, far infrared. Can't placebo an animal. They know what feels good and they go right for it. So we need humans to understand it's all for good. So thank you, everybody. Yes, we all love our far infrared. Just get it, try it, use it. You will not be disappointed. You might be happier. You'll be so much happier. Like the
happy, healthier. Yeah, you will. Have a happy, healthy life. Who doesn't want to feel good?
Yeah, that's priceless.
Yeah,
but it really isn't. You know what? It's not that expensive. It's very, very, very affordable, and you'll have it for years, and you'll be so much happier. So we want to hear from you. Try it, like it, and let us know your results. And if you're not already a Nikken customer, become one. Gives you access to all these products. It's a free customer portal, and you know what? I am so grateful. 20 years later, I love feeling good every day. Waking up feeling good, not having all that achiness in my body, not having a head feel like it's going to explode every day of my life. Wow, this is so much happier and so worth it. So yeah, we try it. You like it.